So brand versus performance marketing. I know where I sit, but I value both.
Yeah. I think that's one of like the superpowers of Lion as an agency is like we've got a good collection of people who sit on, either side of the fence or that tend to more one of the sides of brand, long-term brand building versus the direct response, performance marketing of the day-to-day.
Yeah.
And I think we've been able to find a unique synthesis of that in our team where most agencies or most people doing this sort of work are going to be quite polarized to one side. And yeah, I think that's why me and Jess work so good together. Jess comes from a brand background with a high value on brand, where I've come from performance marketing, direct response marketing. Yeah.
Where do you sit?
I think, somewhere in the middle is definitely like, I feel like where you need to be because like brand kind of, I guess to me, reflects like a long-term vision, whereas performance, I guess, is like, in my head anyway, is kind of just like day-to-day grind of getting results. So I think with like whatever you're doing, I feel like probably have like a mix of both, whether that's like within the one post or if it's like you're running kind of two separate campaigns for like, I guess, more of a warming brand kind of vibe, which isn't really conversion focused. And then you have also the conversion focused stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's finding that balance between like the timely and the timeless.
Yeah.
And looking at like the different time horizons in your business and being able to focus on like the 24-hour time horizon of like we need to sell X amount of books per day.
Yeah.
But then also look at like what's the vision for this business for 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to be a bit more specific, like if we're designing a landing page, looking at what's converting is obviously priority, right? But it's also, you want to have a degree of like a visual identity and be proud of what you're creating because that is also building the foundations for that brand.
Yeah.
When we take on a new client and we're building their sales, we're creating their visual identity and how they're going to be perceived by the market. And that is just so important in the long term. And so, it's just, again, it's finding the balance and you're making those choices in every day, really.
For sure. And no doubt branding and a great brand has the highest return on investment of any marketing that you can do.
Yeah.
But you've got to be able to stay in the game long enough to see the returns because they come 100%. Over longer time periods. Yeah. So if you can win today with the performance marketing while also investing into the long-term play of brand, that's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And, we want to build education businesses, help coaches in the education space, build businesses that are going to be around in 20, 30, 40 years time.
Yeah.
I'm not super interested in just like, building businesses that are going to be here and gone in a year or two. Like I want to build powerhouse businesses that are going to be like set the standard of like a new education.
Yeah. Amazing. Love it.
Slay.